Shalom. This is Kabash Yasharala. And before I hop into today's lesson, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in the true Pele Hebrew tongue. Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amaf. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. I want to give double honor to my elder apostle as well, here in one by Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I want to say shalom to the Akamar four corners of the globe, pushing the truth and sincerity. With that being said, this is gonna be I'm gonna try to make it a quick lesson on the topic of improvising. And I have the definition of improvise according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, which is to make or fabricate out of what is conveniently at hand. So sometimes our study routines, our teaching habits, whatever the case may be, whatever we do to serve the Lord, it may be interrupted, Whatever the case may be, we can't let that stop us from striving for truth, serving the Lord, seeking out His ways, His wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, Should nothing stop our motion. Because I walk in spiritual, not carnal. So carnal aspects shouldn't affect our spirituality. So, again, sometimes we have to improvise, man, You like to write your lessons out. You don't have time to write your lessons out, man. You might have to, you got to find a way to make it happen, make it work. You can't study how you want to, you still got to seek the Lord. You still got to stay tapped in. You got to find a type of way to make it work. You lose internet access, go to your notes. You can't take notes, watch more videos. There is no reason for somebody to, stop striving. Because when you stop striving, you're stopping yourself from seeking the Lord. And nothing, the same way we hunger and thirst for food, we should hunger and thirst after righteousness. I should have got that one for this lesson. But just getting into it, 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So we're to be steadfast and unmovable on the foundation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shouldn't nothing be able to move us off of His foundation. Shouldn't nothing be able to steal our focus from Him. Like I said earlier, carnal aspects shouldn't have an effect on our spirituality, our duty of service to the Lord. Because we don't owe this world nothing. This world don't owe us nothing. We owe everything to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So we have to be steadfast and unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Always, regardless of your circumstances, man, there's no excuse, man. You got to improvise. The Lord trying your faith, the Lord will try your faith in that way. See what you gonna do. When we can't allow ourselves, to be comfortable, set in our ways, Cause the Lord will mix it up just to see what we do. Or is that going to discourage you? Is that going to encourage you? Because anything we do for the Lord is not vain. Regardless if we can't serve Him how we want to. Because we in a wicked society. We already can't serve Him how we want to. So how much more so when our daily study and teaching habits get interrupted? Or just anything we do for the Lord gets interrupted, The same way all these sins are of equal value, our works for the Lord are of equal value. It don't matter if you taking notes, if you writing your lessons out, or if you just going off the dome, or, it doesn't matter. If you're doing it for the Lord in truth and sincerity, that's all that matters. Your labor isn't in vain. And just in general, our labors aren't in vain. Our walk, seeking the Lord's ways. We're not doing that for nothing. We're doing this for a reward. And we're not just doing it for a reward. We're doing it for our love for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that's pretty much it. We're not just doing this to collect the payment at the latter end. That's where sincerity comes into play. If you're not sincere for the Lord, man, that flesh is going to find any excuse it can not to serve. And eventually, You'll succumb to that if you're not tapped in, because spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. The more you give into the flesh, the carnal aspects of life, the more your spirituality will be affected. But, as long as you stay spiritually minded, you'll be willing to seek out ways to please the Lord. You'll be willing to improvise. You'll be willing to make or fabricate out of what is conveniently at hand. You don't need to have everything, according to your regular study teaching habits. You might not be able to use your favorite microphone, or you might break your phone. You might have to do whatever it is to make it happen. And it might be uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 20. Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. So we got to be steadfast in our covenant with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the agreement that we made with him. When we repented to him, we turned back to him and promised him to serve him. We became rejoined to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. And we got to be steadfast in that. We got to be committed, dedicated, and loyal to that covenant, that promise. And be conversant therein. And not just talking the talk, walking the walk, And being conversant, Tell somebody what you're going through. They might be able to help you, You got Akim out here that are willing to go out their way for you, to a certain extent. Don't take advantage of the congregation, but somebody might be able to help you. Like I said, you can't do your lessons how you want to. It might be a brother you can reach out to. Hey, man, my phone broke, whatever. I can't teach how I want to teach, man. You mind getting the lesson off with me? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can't sit down and write your notes out how you want to. That don't mean you can't load up on lessons to take notes on when the opportunity does arise. That doesn't mean you can't read scripture and wax old in thy work, man. We gotta be ready to do this until we old. We don't know when Yahweh Shai gonna return. We don't know how long it's gonna take for these prophecies to play out. Yeah, prophecies playing out day by day, but just because our salvation draweth nigh, don't mean we gonna be we know nothing's guaranteed here. We talk like the Lord gonna return this year. All the stuff going on in the world, man. The Israelites wandered in the wilderness for 40 years before they reached the promised land. So who knows how long it's gonna take. Imagine the apostles and the elders. How many Middle Eastern conflicts they done seen, or how many prophecies they done seen come to pass. And they didn't get their hopes up. Cause us younger Akim, we see these things going on. This is new to us. Conflict in Iran. We was jits we were kids during Afghanistan, Pakistan, for the most part, all that stuff. We were kids. We couldn't really comprehend that. But now being grown and in this truth, we looking at this, oh yeah, this is it. It might not be it. We still got prophecy to come to pass, man. We still waiting on the MOTB to be pushed on a global scale. So on and so forth. Jacob's trouble. It's still stuff that needs to happen. So we got to be ready to wax old in his work. So be ready to improvise at any moment in time. A rule of thumb in the military. All intel isn't good intel. Just because somebody proclaims that the Lord about to return, we can't go for that. And another part of that is waxing old in thy work, man. That means continuing in the work over a long period of time. From the time you enter into this truth until the time the Lord calls that spirit home or he returns. So we gotta have our head down working. We can't just cause furniture moving on me. We peek our heads up and see what's going on. The Lord will let us know what's going on through the Spirit. Cause we're friends of Yahweh Shai. Cause we know what his Father doing. Our Father, he letting us know. Yeah, prophecy coming to pass. So we're preparing for salvation by any means necessary, whether, you know, we can go according to plan or like we have to improvise. Like in football, you might practice this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday come around, game plan might go out the window. Oh, we thought they was gonna do this, but they doing that. We in a fight. We gotta improvise, you know. And I'm gonna just keep saying that, man. We gotta fight. Part of improvising is fighting, man. I mean, a part of fighting is improvising. I think I said it backwards. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. So we gotta serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi diligently. We can't let outside forces interfere with what's going on inside the house. Like, you going through it in the world, you come home, you can't bring that inside your house. Same thing goes with this here. You got something going on in your carnal aspect of your life. You can't let that affect your the spiritual aspect of who you are. You know, we service of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, and not being able to go according to our daily routine or whatever the case may be shouldn't hinder that. The Lord is supposed to be on our mind 24/7. He comes first and foremost. We're diligently making our calling and election sure. Meaning we handling business. We dotting I's and crossing T's, man. We making sure everything is set in stone, you know, ready to rock. For if you do these things, you shall never fall. We don't want to fall in this place, so sometimes we might have to improvise. Salakia. But again, improvise. We might have to make or fabricate out of what is conveniently at hand, you know. That shows effort. That's what the Lord wants to see, effort from us. He don't want to see us getting imagine you coaching the team and your players, your athletes, they getting unmotivated because things ain't going their way. Y'all finna lose. We can't allow the things of this world to cause our countenance to fall, cause us to be unmotivated. You know, we can't let that fire of faith get put out. Cause that's how you fall. And this is a dangerous place to fall, man. So much wickedness you could fall into. And that's what you're falling into. You're falling into corruption. The pollution of this world. You're falling into filth. And we gonna fall from time to time. A just man falls 7 times and gets up. We in his flesh. It's understandable. Even if we do fall, the Lord wants to see us get up. The Lord put us in a certain situation so we know what it feels like to fall. So when we come around to that same situation again, we fighting more vigorously. Oh no, I can't let you knock me down. That's like losing a fight to somebody and then you run into him again, about to fight him again. Or you can't lose to him twice, you know? Cause that's what it is. We fighting the fight of faith. If the devil can use something to keep us from the Lord, he gonna wear it out. Just going back to sports again, man. If your team has a weakness, the other team gonna see that and exploit that. And we don't want the other team to exploit our weaknesses. And we do have weaknesses. We in this flesh. You know, whatever yours may be, you know, each every man his own. But our covering of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi protects us. And we got to keep that on. We got to keep that maintained. We keep that maintained by seeking out the Lord, whether it be according to our daily routine or improvising. First Timothy 6:12. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. We're to fight the good fight of faith, man. Like I said, man, part of striving for truth, fighting this fight, is what I said. Is improvising, Salakia. Silly me. But yeah, part of fighting is improvising, man. Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face. Then what you gonna do? You gonna fold up or you gonna rock out? The Lord want to see us rock out, man. Fight the good fight of faith. This the fight the Lord want to see us fight. He don't want to see us mad, frustrated, slamming helmets on the sideline and all this other stuff. I'm a football guy, so I make a lot of football references. But like, yo, you see that going on? Y'all lost. Y'all defeated. That's a conquered mindset. A loser mentality. Lay hold on eternal life. Whereunto thou art also called, man. You gotta lay hold on to it, man. If you gotta improvise, you gotta whatever you gotta do, man, to cleave to the Lord, man, do it. Ain't no shame in it. Ain't no shame in serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Ain't no shame in not being able to serve him how you want to. We in a wicked society. Off rip. The Sabbath come around, we in the Sabbath right now. Sometimes we gotta work during the Sabbath. I'm just getting off work. You know? So we off rip, we can't serve the Lord how we want to. But it's okay. He understands that. He's the one put us in this predicament. He wants to see what we gonna do. Because this is our calling and our purpose, man. To serve the Lord. Be examples of his spirit. To shine his light. We a city on a hill that can't be hid. But if this world could put your light out, then you not of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's just all it is. If you not being able to be uncomfortable keeps you from the Lord, then you're eventually gonna fall. You know, you're gonna fall. We're out here to profess a good profession before many witnesses. People see us serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They see us growing stronger in the spirit. They might not understand what's going on in the whole totality, but they see it. We can't allow them to see our light dimming and us becoming as them. You know, the separation between us and the Lord growing. Because, you know, the weaker your opponent sees you getting, the harder he gonna come. That's like you punch somebody and they, you know, it's like they dazed, they staggered. You know you got them. So they gonna go in for the finish you off. Like boxing. Or football again, just one more. You know, if you got a chance to put the game away, man, you gonna do that. Same with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. We're out here to profess a good profession before many witnesses. We want the world to see us winning the fight of faith. Overcoming. That's what the Lord made us to be. More than conquerors through him that loved us. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai love us. So we should fight to keep that relationship alive. Keep it healthy. We should fight to spend time with the Lord. And sometimes you got to fight yourself. You might be too tired. You might be too, whatever the case may be, man. There's no excuse, though. Because our relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is all that matters in this world. Nothing else matters at all for a second. This will be my last precept. We're going back to Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 28. Strive for truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. And that's it. Strive for truth until death, man. Till the Lord call you home, until he returns. The harder we go for the Lord, the harder he'll go for us. Because the 2/3 of our people will have a public defender. And that public defender ain't going to do them no good. That public defender is going to be them coverings that they chose. And they're going to have to trust in those things to deliver them through their calamity. And those things are going to be actively failing them. And they're going to know not to trust in these things. Like real people in real legal situations who can't afford lawyers who have to deal with public defenders, man. They're not really focused on saving you, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai trying to save us. He deliver us out of, he's leading us out of this place. And he's going to eventually push up on us and scoop us up out of this place. And that's what we want. So we should fight to be seen worthy of that saving, of that deliverance, of that, that lawyer, so to speak. Because if it was up to Yahweh, we'd all be worthy of the sword. But he gave the elect and that remnant of Israel a way out of that judgment by sending Yahweh Shai. So we should follow the spirit of Yahweh Shai The spirit he was in. Yahweh Shai didn't care for the things of this world. He came to do his Father's will. That's all. That's it. Now we go get our daily bread and all these things in the world, but we trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Striving for truth until death includes improvising. We gotta make or fabricate out of what's conveniently at hand, if needs be, man. Cause these are the tools that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gave us. We might not have everything we want, but the Lord will give us everything we need. And what we do with it is up to us. So just one more time, man. Improvise according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, to make or fabricate out of what is conveniently at hand. We got to use the tools that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gave us. And use the whole toolkit, man. Don't be mad because you can't find your favorite gadget. Use what you got on deck. That's all you need. The Lord set it up for you to trust in him. So don't trust in yourself. Don't trust in, your notebook and all. Because all these things are going to get burnt up. We can't take none of these things with us. What we take with us is the spirit. And that's all. That's it. So what should we be focused on? The spirit. Because we're spiritual beings in human bodies. In fleshly bodies. Everything carnal is going to perish. So just serve the Lord to the best of your ability. And that's one of the reasons we say to the best of our abilities. What are we able to do with what we have? And I'm going to end it on that one. So, y'all rock the Zah. This lesson was that fine. And until the next time, I'm going to say shalom.